get your face right off your head. You'll be this armless, legless, faceless thing, won't you? Going down the street like a turd in the wind.
What the hell are you?
We are Venom.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Studios Ultimate Unboxing. Whoa. Wait. So sorry to interrupt past Jordan. This is future Jordan, and I just want to say that that video that you guys just saw, Venom, that was actually my voice. I kind of like edited it, and made it sound somewhat like Venom, so I just thought I should tell you guys that. Alright, take it away, past Jordan. Now, before we get started with the video, please just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell as well so that you can be notified as soon as my videos come out. So here on this channel, we do everything Marvel. We unbox, we do trailer reactions, we talk about movies, we do everything. So this is a channel for you. Now, before we get started again, let me just say my apologies for not posting in a while. My computer was broken, so I couldn't upload, but now it's fixed, so I will definitely be posting more frequently. So let's get started. So I know that this review is a little late, and that's because my computer wasn't working, so I couldn't upload. But I just want to do a quick review from the Venom movie. So this is going to be my thoughts, what I liked about, what I disliked, what I'm hoping for in the new movie, all that. So let's get started with some of the things I loved about this movie. So for one, it was actually very decent. The plot was iffy, and I'll get into that in a second. But what I really liked is the relationship between Eddie Brock and Venom. Now, in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, when we first meet Venom, we get a little bit of Eddie Brock. We get to know Eddie Brock a decent amount, but then we don't even get to know Venom. You know, these are two characters here that we have intertwined to be one, and we know nothing about the Venom character. So I thought they did super good in this Venom movie is that we got to know Eddie Brock super well, and we got to know Venom. Venom's got a humor. He's got what's called dark humor, which means he'll crack jokes that are super dark, super bad, super sometimes gross. It's like, it's evil, but it's funny, and that's what Venom does a lot. And it actually, for me, I really liked that because it really described what Venom was like, really showed him what he was like in the movie. I was actually kind of afraid at first because, as you guys know, this movie was initially going to be an R rating. So in my mind, I kind of like that because then it would make the Venom movie a little more intense, and I thought that's how we wanted to see Venom. I thought that's how it would be better like that. But they did it perfectly with the PG-13 rating, and it was awesome, and I really liked that. So I really loved how they did it with Venom, and I loved it. It was awesome. I also loved about the thing with Venom is that how they made the character himself, like how they did the whole CGI with the Venom character. It was very well done, perfect. You know, it's super hard, especially in comic book movies, when you are having to make a modern version of a character that was made way back when. And they did it beautifully in this. They made him look good. He looked like just like a Venom I wanted. They paid homage and respect to the comics by making him look actually pretty decent, pretty accurate compared to the comics. And I really like that, so props. Now, this is one of the things I didn't like. So as I said before, the Venom movie was initially going to be an R rating. It was actually going to be like a horror movie, kind of. Like a horror movie, but Venom movie. So when I was watching this movie, I was kind of confused because it had its horror aspects to it, but at the same time, it was kind of a superhero movie. So at multiple times during the movie, I didn't really know what I was looking at. I didn't know if I was watching a horror movie or some sort of twisted superhero movie, so I don't really know where it falls in that genre of either horror or superhero. So that was very confusing for me. There were multiple times I was just like, what? But other than that, it was still very good. One thing I would say that I also did not like about it was the plot. So when thinking about the plot for this Venom movie, I was really hoping that they would kind of do it like the comics, you know? But of course, we didn't. Spider-Man was not in this movie, so therefore, you know, you can't really mimic the comics exactly like you would want to. But it was different. So I'm just going to quickly explain the whole premise of this movie. And just bear with me because I've only seen this movie once. And the way I watch Marvel movies is that when I'm super excited, I'll watch it once at the theater, just so that I can be. I'm so pumped, like I gotta watch it. Then I watch it again, hopefully at the theater again, to actually understand, to get more from the movie. So that's what I'm hoping I get to do. But enough about that. Let's just get into the plot. So basically, we have scientists that not live up in space, but they're up in space studying because they think that our planet is becoming overpopulated. So they're looking for another solution, another planet that is habitable for us to live on. Now, at the same time, you have all the symbiotes who live on their special planet, and they do not like their planet, and they want to come down to Earth in order to live there. So they send a couple. I don't know if they send it, but long story short, let me start. Long story short, the scientists who are up in space looking for other planets, they find the symbiote planet. They then get some of the symbiotes and bring them back down to Earth. Now, on the way down to Earth, they crash. One of the symbiotes gets set free, but some of them are still contained. I think 2 of them are still contained within these little containers. So as they get down, and as once they're on Earth, they then experiment them and figure out that they're symbiotes and that they actually have to have a host to live. So then they get random people, put the symbiotes on hosts, and of course some of the hosts die, of course, which means some of the symbiotes die. But then we meet Eddie Brock, and we meet Venom, and Eddie Brock happens to stumble across the Venom symbiote. They become one on accident. Venom, eventually later in the movie, Venom actually starts liking Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock starts liking Venom. Venom actually starts liking Earth, so he wants to tell the big bad guy, his big boss basically, that he doesn't want all of the old symbiotes to come down to Earth and ruin it. So basically Eddie Brock and Venom team up and they fight the big bad guy, who's a big bad symbiote. And yeah, so basically the whole plot of this movie is that Venom likes Earth and he doesn't want it to be taken over by all the other symbiotes, so he decides not to. He just doesn't want that to happen because, you know, he's treated not very. I guess in the movie he says he's treated not very well on his planet. People don't really like him, or the symbiotes don't really like him, so he's just kind of alone, I guess. So he just wants to be here by himself. So of course they end up winning. The bad guy doesn't get to go back to his planet to tell all the other symbiotes to come down to Earth. The bad guy dies. And that's it. So the plot in me was very shallow in my mind. I didn't really think that. I didn't really want that, but it was still good. We just have to think that this whole Venom movie is it's not the same Marvel MCU movie that we know, from the MCU. Sony has their own Marvel world. The Marvel we know, the MCU, they have their own Marvel world, where all their movies connect. Everything is just one big story, and that's awesome. And Sony's trying to do the same thing because they own the rights to Spider-Man and the whole Spider-Man universe and everything that's to do with Spider-Man. So they're trying to make their own universe based off of Spider-Man. So I don't know how that's going to go. I would definitely say that this movie is way better than the Andrew Garfield movies, the Spider-Man movies, Amazing Spider-Man. Way better. And, you know, they plan to make another one with Carnage. One of the ending scenes, the ending tags for the Venom movie shows Carnage before he's Carnage. You know, just I think Eddie Brock walks into a cell where he's kept, and the guy who I can't remember who Carnage's secret identity is, but the guy who's going to be Carnage says, "As soon as I get out of here, there's going to be carnage." And then all the Marvel fans in theater are like, "Oh, it's Carnage!" So the next movie is going to involve Carnage, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that. So that's my review basically on the movie. I would definitely, in short, I'd say go watch it. Do not expect it to be an MCU movie because it is not an MCU movie. It's a Sony Marvel movie. So it's definitely different, but still, it's amazing. So please go watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'm back. Tell me what you guys think about my review. If you guys think something's different, if you guys, what did you think about the movie basically? Did you guys like the movie? Did you dislike it? You tell me what you like about it. It's going to be awesome. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys tomorrow.